And joining us now is none other than the great Mike Lindell. Mike, thanks so much for joining us on Right Side.
And thanks for having me on.
Definitely. Let's talk about, get right to it. October 27th, we've been seeing it on social media. We've been seeing it on your network. Tell us about that deadline, that appeal deadline.
Yeah, this is everybody. This is the Smartmatic lawsuit against MyPillow and myself. And a judge ruled in Minnesota that we were both guilty of defamation without even going to jury trial. And what this would set a precedence for is if you're a company like MyPillow and one of your employees, that's all I am as an employee. There's over 60 stockholders, and if one of your employees is out saying something or out there with his free speech, you could be held liable according to this with defamation. The judge basically said, they're guilty guilty by association, vicariously liable. And that's the term, vicariously liable is what they said. Now, the other side is even worse. Well, that's bad enough, but the other one's even worse. If this would hold, if I don't appeal it, it goes to jury trial and they just decide, did I do it in maliciously and how much money do I owe? And if I let that happen, it changes everything. You would never be able to question a government private contractor again without the threat of being sued. Just like we've said about these machine companies. Hey, pointing to them, say, hey, let's see what's inside there. I got problems with this. Maybe they're defective. I tried every angle known to man and been sued for it with this lawfare. Over 150 people were sued or sent threatening letters in. And I'm the last holdout because I'm never settling. And we can't. And this appeal it has to be in by October 27th. I've been trying to raise funds for it. We're about halfway there. It's mypillowtrial.com. And this is critical. We've come this far. And Matt, this is just on the heels of 2 weeks ago, the Smartmatic whistleblower came out and said, here's all these things that they've done. And then, as you see, they've been charged. They've been charged with bribery and all kinds of things. All the evidence I had the last 3.5 years or 4.5 years is finally coming out publicly, and they're going to get their and you would think that, hey, in light of this should be dropped immediately. That's not how it works.
Exactly. So this is an amazing case because, to your point, a government contractor. Now, if this was a private company, maybe they'd have a case, but it's a government contractor. Right. That's the key point, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys, I've been questioning these voting machine companies, and they've been questioned all the way back for 20 years. The Democrats questioned them in the movie Kill Chain in 2018. These are government contractors. We pay everybody. We pay for these machines to steal our elections. Come on. This is ridiculous. You see our great president just last night, he got on there. He says, hey, we're going to be doing an executive order to get rid of mail-in voting in this country. And he said the machines got to go too. And remember, 132 countries have banned electronic voting machines. They've done that for a reason. The last one was Argentina. They switched over in 4 months and broke the Netherlands record for getting rid of the machines. And over 100 countries have banned mail-in voting. We're trying so hard to secure elections, but yet I'm still fighting on a level. Remember too, Matt, I was also part of Arctic Frost, if everybody knows what that is. Arctic Frost was a government attack, everybody, starting in 2022, with the first one being MyPillow and MyPillow banks when we were debanked. It's a government, that was a code name, Arctic Frost, by the DOJ, the FBI, the IRS, all these entities to attack 92 entities. 7 of them are senators, so you're getting it's in the news a little bit there. And then one of them, of course, was our president, Donald Trump.
It's wild to see that. It's still wild to see the fact that in 4 days you have this appeal deadline, raising money to appeal. And then from there, again, the implications of free speech, to your point, and you're bringing up something that's factual. Mike, we know it. We've seen it. You have the evidence. You have the receipts. And now even that company's getting, charged from our government.
Charged. Yeah.
So this is a prime time to have you on right now.
Yeah. I mean, this is everything. you would think like that movie, My Cousin Vinny, in light of the new evidence, case dismissed, right? If everyone's seen that movie, when this came out, it's very suspicious too that all of a sudden this summary judgment gets ruled on, and then 5 days later, all the stuff comes out about Smartmatic, that how corrupt they are. And it's not just the people within Smartmatic; the whole company got charged. The whole company's charged. Goes back to Venezuela, like I've been telling everybody all along. I met with the Venezuela underground in January of 2021. They all had tears in their eyes. They said, never give up, Mike. Please never give up. Our country was taken from us in the early 2000s, like 2002. This is like the genesis of with Smartmatic, going back to the owners and when it was formed and all these things that these machines. Even if you had a company, I want to say this too. If you had a company like this is going on too now with Dominion, Dominion sold another, is this coincidence? 3 weeks ago, they sold to a company called Liberty Vote. Mega, a Republican, a conservative. Okay. You'd think the whole media would be going crazy, going, hey, Donald Trump's going to control our elections now. Instead, here's what the guy said. I bought Dominion, and I'm having them drop all the lawsuits against Mike Lindell, MyPillow, Rudy Giuliani, all these other companies. Well, that's a lie, everybody. They haven't dropped it against Mike Lindell and MyPillow. Maybe others they have, but they haven't dropped it against me, because there's a difference between dropping it and settling. I will never settle. So if you want to drop it, Liberty Vote, then go drop it. You said you would. Great, good on your thing. But I will tell everybody this. There is no secure voting machines, period.
On top of that, what's it like to have the leader of the free world, your friend and our president, Donald Trump, posting about the fact that no more mail-in ballots, no more machines?
Right.
That's pretty powerful stuff right there to get his attention as well.
Yeah, well, Kim and I have been working on this for, it's been 4.5 years. He never backed down. You had me over here saying, get rid of the machines, melt them down and turn them into prison bars. And you had our great president over here the last 4.5 years saying, hey, we need to get to paper ballots hand counted. We're both saying the same thing. But, and he said last night how secure. You realize the paper now is more secure than money. And the systems we've come up with in this country that we came up with, my teams, there's 3 different hand counting systems now. After we did our due diligence with France, Germany, UK, Netherlands, took all of those practices and put them together. We now have the best in the world, but we just got to use them. I have great news, Matt. I'm going to announce it on your show here. We have many counties that we use paper ballots hand counted in the United States in the 2024 election, but none of them were big. Well, just a couple weeks ago, Dallas County in Texas voted to get rid of the machines and go to paper ballots hand counting in the upcoming primary at the end of February. Now, why is this important? This is huge because it's going to have a prototype that, hey, it can be done in big counties too. Everything they have said, it's going to cost more. The president said that last night. No, it's 10 times cheaper. It saves the counties. It saves us taxpayers money. But more importantly, it saves our country. This is huge news.
And speaking of that, Poland has already done that. At their recent elections, they didn't use any machines. It was all paper ballots. It was 21 million people voted. They had the election results in 8 hours. So if a country can do it, a county can do it, and we can do it. What's the website again for people if they want to send you money for this appeal deadline?
Yeah, it's mypillowtrial.com, everybody. Mypillowtrial.com. You can get the information there. If you want to, everybody too, you can go to any social media site and look up my name, Mike Lindell, @Real Mike Lindell. I don't care if it's Getter, Gab, True Social, Vocal, X, Facebook, all of them. I have them all posted there because this is so critical to our country. And if you can't afford anything, just share it. Share. We're at a deadline here, and I want to thank you for having me on with this because it's critical. This isn't just about Mike Lindell and MyPillow. We're at the finish line or coming to the finish line, and we're trying to crawl across that finish line. We're on the offense, you guys. I've always said this from the beginning. Remember, back in the day, I shouted out, "Sue me, Dominion, sue me," because I had all the evidence. I had all the evidence, and now it's all coming out. Well, people are, these guys, for the reason I'm still getting attacked, because I believe I'm the number one threat to them to get to paper ballots hand counted. And everything comes from our elections, everything. If we don't secure our elections, everybody, by these midterms, we could lose the House, they could steal it, and you know what? Everything could be in vain. Everything could be gone in an instant, as fast as our great president is saving, securing everything and saving our country for future generations. So it's critical.
The president has your ear. We, the people, the majority of the country, hear you, and that's why you're on here again on Right Side Broadcasting Network. You were talking about MyPillow a little bit earlier. Let's talk about MyPillow right now with some of the sales and the promo code, of course, RSBN promo code.
Yeah, you guys, if you really want to help yourself and help my employee-owned company, remember, MyPillow has just been decimated, attacked more than any company in the history of the world. And my employees every day, by your audience having their back, promo code RSBN, you can go to mypillow.com. You can even go /RSBN. But we're having a sale that's I think we have a couple of days left in it. It's a 3-in-1 sale. Our flagship My Towels 6-piece sets, $39.98 for the 6-piece set. These towels work. I developed them. They're absolutely amazing, and I helped develop them. Then we have our flagship MyPillow premiums. We ran out of the this limited edition, but we're going to continue running it and substituting our best pillow ever made, where we sold over 85 million. Get this, everybody, $17.98 for the Queen, $19.98 for the King with that promo code RSBN, lowest price in history. And the last thing I want to tell you is these we will be running out within a few days, I believe, maybe within this week. And this is our MyPillow percale sheets. We're closing them out, the whole line, $29.88. Any size, any color, even kings, queens, split kings. These are wholesale prices. And then also, if there's free shipping options available, and if you get our mattress toppers, our mattresses made in the USA, those ship for free right to your front door. I mean, it's so we're having our biggest sale ever. But the reason we're doing this, we're also making this lawsuits against MyPillow. We're trying to raise money there too, not just for that, but also to buy our products. Remember, we've been debanked by our own government, debanked a couple of years ago. So we don't have credit. We have to pay cash for everything, and that's so you have to turn one product to the next. But then we've been canceled by all the box stores. So you guys out there, you reap the benefits. There's nobody in between, and use that promo code RSBN, and I can't thank you all enough.
MyPillow.com/RSBN. The great Mike Lindell leading the way for us when it comes to secure elections. Thank God again that President Trump is talking with Mike about all of this stuff too. So Mike, again, Thank you so much for joining us on Right Side.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you all. God bless.
God bless you.